Adam Smith, 1723 to 1790, was a Scottish economist and philosopher, widely known as the father of economics or father of capitalism. His most famous work, The Wealth of Nations, 1776, laid the foundations of modern economics. Smith introduced the idea of the invisible hand, suggesting that individual self-interest can unintentionally benefit society as a whole. He emphasized free markets, competition, and limited government intervention in economic life. Beyond economics, Smith also explored moral philosophy in his earlier work, The Theory of Moral Sentiments. He believed that sympathy and moral conscience guide human behavior, balancing self-interest with compassion. Smith's ideas deeply influenced the development of modern capitalism, free trade, and economic thought worldwide. Today, Adam Smith remains a symbol of economic freedom, moral responsibility, and the power of ideas to shape nations. These are classic quotes from him that everyone should hear at least once in their lifetime. Wealth of nations. The wealth of nations comes from the division of labor. By dividing tasks, workers become more skilled and productive. The division of labor multiplies human ingenuity. Consumption is the sole end and purpose of all production. Consumption is the sole end and purpose of all production. Peace, easy taxes, and justice bring prosperity to nations. Agriculture is the foundation of opulence. Industry and commerce grow upon agriculture. Labor is the true measure of value. Gold and silver are but mirrors of wealth, not its essence. A nation grows rich when its people grow skilled. The improvement of machinery multiplies the power of labor. Productivity is the key to prosperity. When labor is efficient, society flourishes. Human capital is the real treasure of nations. The division of labor shortens learning time and increases dexterity. Markets thrive when workers specialize. Knowledge grows as it is applied to industry. Economic growth depends on expanding exchange. The surplus of production feeds progress. Division of labor is limited by the extent of the market. Larger markets create more innovation. Money is a medium, not wealth itself. True wealth is found in goods and services. Exchange binds communities together. Prosperity requires both liberty and order. The natural effort of every man is to better his condition. Progress begins with simple labor, grows into industry. Trade routes expand civilization. Nations prosper by connecting with the world. Economic liberty encourages creativity. Without exchange, division of labor cannot exist. Markets transform self-interest into social good. The poor gain most from peace and stability. Prosperity is fragile without justice. Economic order arises naturally when liberty is respected. Growth rests on skill, trust, and exchange. Nations are enriched not by conquest, but by trade. Invisible hand and self. It is not from the benevolence of the butcher, brewer, or baker that we expect our dinner, but from their regard to their own interest. Self-interest drives innovation and service. By pursuing his own interest, man promotes society's interest. The invisible hand guides order without central control. Markets turn ambition into mutual benefit. Competition refines quality and lowers prices. Exchange fosters cooperation between strangers. Freedom in exchange breeds creativity. No society can flourish where the majority are poor. When markets are free, resources find their best use. Monopoly destroys prosperity. Greed unchecked breeds exploitation. Freedom balanced with morality breeds prosperity. Prices signal scarcity and abundance. Markets coordinate without central plan. Voluntary exchange enriches both sides. Property rights sustain liberty. Taxes should burden least, not most. The invisible hand harmonizes individual actions. Prosperity grows from countless private decisions. The pursuit of profit can advance the public good. Self-interest does not mean selfishness. When guided by rules, markets reward virtue. Trust is the currency of commerce. The market punishes fraud with loss of reputation. Exchange requires honesty and mutual respect. Ambition unchecked corrupts, but ambition channeled builds. The free market is a school of responsibility. Economic liberty sustains political liberty. Markets are moral spaces when governed by justice. Competition disciplines power. Wealth creation requires freedom, but also fairness. When individuals innovate for profit, society gains progress. The invisible hand is not magic, but trust and exchange. Government must protect, not replace, the market. Prosperity declines when liberty is crushed. Self-interest, within moral limits, strengthens society. Economic freedom is the foundation of social progress. Justice, morality, and human nature. Justice is the main pillar of society. Without justice, trade collapses into chaos. Man desires not only to be loved, but to be lovely. Sympathy is the basis of moral judgment. Morality balances self-interest with compassion. To care for others perfects human nature. Laws restrain injustice, but morals inspire goodness. Civil government protects the rich against the poor. Virtue is cultivated when men care beyond exchange. True humanity grows from empathy. Justice secures trust in markets. Injustice poisons prosperity. Conscience is society's invisible judge. Liberty without justice is corruption. Commerce flourishes where fairness rules. Morality binds communities more than contracts. Self-command is the root of virtue. Vanity distorts judgment, humility clarifies it. Compassion softens ambition. No wealth justifies cruelty. Moral sentiments are wealth beyond gold. Power must be checked by justice. Humanity seeks approval not only of deeds, but intentions. To be virtuous is to be useful to others. Sympathy bridges rich and poor. Justice must be impartial to endure. Morality tempers the market's harsh edges. Selfishness breeds isolation. Empathy breeds community. The sense of duty binds society. virtue is rewarded, not always with wealth, but with dignity. A moral society is a prosperous society. Sympathy is humanity's greatest bond. Justice ensures liberty does not devour itself. Public trust rests on justice. Without morality, markets are predatory. The moral law within guides human progress. To live morally is the true wealth of man. Legacy and modern influence. Science is the antidote to superstition. Knowledge liberates societies. Rigid systems crush human freedom. Defense is more important than opulence. Security is the bedrock of prosperity. Smith's ideas sparked free market economics worldwide. He remains a symbol of liberty and trade. His legacy blends wealth, justice, and morality. Freedom and virtue guide nations to prosperity. His writings shape debates on capitalism today. The wealth of nations remains a beacon. His moral philosophy complements his economics. Modern economics still walks in his shadow. Free markets owe their philosophy to Smith. Smith linked self-interest to public good. His ideas inspired generations of thinkers. Liberty and justice are his twin pillars. The invisible hand remains his enduring metaphor. His thought balances freedom and fairness. He warned against monopolies and corruption. His economics had a moral compass. Nations that heed his lessons prosper. His ideas cross borders and centuries. He stands as father of modern economics. Yet he was also a philosopher of sympathy. Wealth divorced from virtue is dangerous. His vision unites economy and ethics. Adam Smith belongs not to Scotland alone, but to the world. His pen shaped commerce more than armies. His works remain studied 2 centuries later. His ideas seeded liberal democracies. Smith showed liberty's power to enrich. His influence touches politics, law, and culture. Progress is the legacy of his thought. His writings marry realism with hope. Adam Smith lives on in every free exchange. His legacy is a call for freedom with justice.